words grasping. Dark cities, feeble dungeons, eternally disgracing. Flows now this saga in the hall of glorious feasting, where all extol the wolf mighty, and the yet fatter cunning.
I love him. It is incredibly warm in this room right now. To the point where I'm literally singing Nelly, and that's me showing my age. It's getting hot in here. Gosh, I'm old. So yeah, we did that. I don't. Now we're on a mission to. Well, now we're on a mission for the Lord Inquisitor. But first I want to see about getting new components for our ship. Because last time I was here, we didn't have a high enough profit factor, I believe. Can be equipped. We already got the hectopattern plasma battery. Can we do 2 of them? Essentially, what I should do is just buy all of it, right? We already have that. Yeah. And we already have that one. $95 protection for each sector amount double against enemy blast, okay. 19 damage. It's a lance weapon. From 60 to 70 damage, okay. Torpedo capable of firing 4 shots. 19 damage, we don't need that one. Long range, plasma 5, 21, 3, 33. Yeah. 27. Torpedoes capable of firing 5 melter torpedoes. Okay, that one. Torpedo 2 is capable of firing 4-shot burning plasma torpedoes. Difference here. This is the battering ram, isn't it? 21 damage now. This has an extra shot. We have no more. Okay. Oh, jumping straight into some void management here. Okay. It's 11 speeds. That's fine. Shields. 80%. 70%. 80% each sector. 120 protection for each sector. 90%. 80%. 80%. But that's 15 critical. No, we'll keep that one on. Paramite plating protects the vessel from harm, negating 5 points of damage on each side. Steel plating is 4. Galleon Keramite plating protects the vessel from harm, negating 7 points of damage on the port and shower and 3 points of damage. Ooh. We'll try that one. Okay, so that's what is equipped. So that fire is 3 shots at 33 damage. 4 shots. 4 shots. 4 shots, 21 damage. Which... 3, 3, and 3. I am useless at math, but that's... 66. 99 damage? I don't know. But the 4th one should be more. So 2, 4, 6, 8. No. It's still better to do... Fair enough, we'll keep it on. That or I done my math wrong. 21 per shot. $45 to $55, $60 to $70. $19 damage, 45 to 55, 19. I don't particularly like the RAM. What are we up for upgrades? Can we do any upgrades? And our posts are okay. Okay. So now we are essentially going on a big old mission for the Lord Inquisitor. So yeah, I had to turn my light off. If you're kind of thinking, so wait, your light's off. I had to turn it off. God, I need to put my aircon on because I am so roasty toasty. It's unbelievable. So yeah, we're heading here. How do we get here is the question. I'm gonna hazard a guess we need to get here. So it looks like we're going for an adventure. Lord Captain, reporting. Shortly before our departure from Footfall, a group of messengers in a luxurious garb delivered a strong box and several chests bearing the insignia of House of Celio to the ship. I suppose the use of gold-clad servants instead of servitors was an extravagant attempt by the navigators to draw attention of the rogue trader. Considering the incident on the capital world, the Enforcer's officers checked the Navis Noblite gifts thrice. I am pleased to report that none of them threaten your lady Casillas, or the crew's well-being. Having said that, a closer examination of the strongbox by the tech adepts revealed a data slate with a vid message addressed personally to you alongside some kind of encrypted data. We dare not touch them without your instructions. What vid message? Show me. As you command, Lord Captain. Vigdis issues several orders and the vid screen of your personal cognigator springs to life. The machine innards rumbling unhappily. Someone feed my ship. Rogue trader. A familiar piercing voice comes from the cognigator's vox system, and you see a bloated face with sagging skin and a gaping hole where the nose should be. We, Great Argent Arianto Arcelio, then greetings and hope this message finds you in good health. Now, is that true? I did spare them. House Arcelio will soon hold a grand council within the Palace of Atlas, the holy relic that connects all navigators of our house. This meeting will take place not in the physical world, but in the world of thoughts, dreams, and visions. It is the only way to avoid bloodshed and decide the fate of the sacred child at last. Thanks to the Atlas, we feel that the soul of the child is full of dismay, and yet the rogue trader's words bear a lot of weight for the child, so she may soothe its anxiety and lead the child down the right path. The path of accepting its duty before the house and ascending the Novator's throne. I hope you consider my offer to Tanya von Shire von Valancius, for it is in your power to not only strengthen the bond between our dynasties, but multiply your riches at the same time. The gifts accompanying this message are but an insignificant part of the great regent's gratitude. May the God Emperor protect us all. Did he just try to bribe me? Did he just try to bribe me? I feel like he's trying to bribe me. This screen shuts down and the Voxmaster breaks the silence. I am told the message has been relayed to your cognigator, Lord Captain. I hope the data did not get corrupted during the playback or delivery. The code encryption hidden in the data slate. Yes, Lord Captain. Vigorous falls silent, and a Vox transmission fills with scratchings of the cognigator quill and rustling of papers. A messenger servo skull has been sent to the omnicized servants' compartments. Once the data has been decrypted, I will notify you immediately. This will be all for now. God Emperor protects, Lord Captain. Okay. So, they want to have a chat with me. Will we quickly have a look at Soda's tomb? Just to see what's there, because we've got the big old weird unidentified voice. Have we been here? I don't know. Let's find out. Upon approach, the Scarlet Pursuer sends out hearty greeting. Captain Demir Shani wishes good health upon you and your entire dynasty, and asks if you might have any up-to-date information on the Burning Worlds. I don't know who these people are. I forget. I'm going to share the information. Oh, that's the Casper. That's... Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. You've received Scarlet Pursuer's projected itinerary, information on systems in which you can find it later. The captain looks forward to meeting you again and acquiring information on Burning World should you possess it. Okay. I can't remember what the importance of the Burning Worlds are. Lord Captain, an urgent report from the servants of the Omnissiah. They managed to locate a second message on the House of Celio's data slate, hidden in the shadows of the first one. As soon as it happened, the machine spirit rebelled and started devouring the decrypted data. The acolytes of the cult Mechanicus are performing their rites to appease it and slow down the process of annihilation. What should we do? Display the message on screen right now. The comm bead echoes with a furious clicking on Vicadis's augmented fingers, and a few moments later the vid screen of your cognigator shows the recording through a wall of static. Rogue trader, Lady Navigator Lena, the one who staged an attempt to assassinate Cassia right in your palace, politely smiles at you from the vid screen. I had no doubt that your servants would find my trace. They are far cleverer than the ones employed by the great regent of House of Celio. She does not bother to hide the venomous disdain in her last few words. I feel extremely awkward that our first encounter took place under such unfortunate circumstances. Truth be told, I saw a worthy person behind a lofty title only after fate put me on death's precinct. You hesitated to end my life. Did I really? I spared her? Okay. Despite holding it in your hands, your noble deed gave me enough food for thought. Despite everything that transpired, I still believe we may become loyal allies to one another. I presume you already know that House Orcelia will be holding a grand council in the depths of the accursed Atlas very soon, and we cannot ignore the call, for we are bound to it against our will. But if you convince this Lady Cassia to reject the Atlas and break the centuries-old shackles binding our house, we could turn over a new page. Having said that, I will accept a different outcome. Should the child die, I am not going to shed any tears. I will accept any choice, Rogue Trader. My people have nothing else to lose, but you could benefit from our friendship. There are a mysterious shadow dancing in Lady Alina's eye. There is an emerald among the stars of Martianius. My gift to you for sparing my life. Head through the storms and torrents and then. The vid recording cuts short and you hear the Voxmaster's voice in the comm bead. I am very sorry, Lord Captain. The servants of the Omnissiah could no longer restrain the machine spirit's hunger. I hope you were able to see the vid message through to the end. Ooh. So here's the thing, I'm actually going to go and speak to Cassia. Let's go see what Cassia has to say. And while we're waiting for the... I'll turn off my... Okay. I am no longer too warm. I am now on the verge of being cold. The joys. The joys. Oof. I don't know what to do with the House of Celio thing. I can't believe I let her survive though. That's a bit weird for me. But let's go see. What's the valet doing there? I serve the Imperium and the House of Celio. Okay.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
Tell me about House of Celio.
As the only voice of our family on this vessel, it is an honor. As long as your questions are courteous, I will answer every one of them.
Is there a city or prophecy system named after your ancestor?
You are shrewd indeed. My ancestor charted that route while fleeing the enemies of humanity. They say the Emperor himself was his guide, because the warp expelled their vessel without a single loss. Unfortunately, the lips of those who relate this tale seep with disgusting green hubris. I think Colleen Orselio was simply a skilled navigator.
I take it House Orsedi has a rich history.
Oh, yes. The navigators of the house came to the Coronis Expanse fairly recently, a mere 208 years ago. Before that, our ancestors expanded the borders of humankind's dominion for the glory of the Emperor, blazing trails to different corners of the galaxy.
Okay, with your permission, I would like to talk about something else.
By all means.
What does your special sight reveal?
Sister Argenta shines like a guiding star, inspiring resolve in those around her, seemingly inexplicably. However, I see a dark and ugly fog billow behind her, contrasting sharply with her shining light. It burdens the Sister of Battle. It drags her down. Yet Argenta herself is hardly aware of it. Seneschal Viserion is among the few whose colors are a pleasure to look at. Whenever the Seneschal speaks, heavenly crystal clarity spreads around him. And whenever he is angered, dark blue clouds condense over him. And in his rare moments of joy, a pure gleam of sunset pink caresses the souls of those near him. Out of your entire retinue, Lord Captain, he is the only one I would trust with my life.
Same. Same.
Reading Xenos' colors has always been a grueling challenge for me. The boundless palette of colors Iliad emanates is too painful to look at. Her hues are bright, blinding, unnatural, and very, very dangerous, Lord Captain. I would never entrust my safety to a being that screams so loudly and clearly of its alienness to human perception.
Yeah, I learned that lesson hard.
I regret that I failed to see Iliad's designs through the prism of my own powers, Lord Captain. But now, I think I'm beginning to understand the Xenos' intentions a little better. Their lies, their fear, their fury. Now Iliad's colors are woven together in my eyes into a single, garish tapestry of alien emotions. And though its shining makes my eyes bleed, I see the way Iliad dissolves into the whiteness of grief every time she speaks of home. And the way crimson flashes electrify the air every time her betrayal is mentioned.
So she regrets her betrayal. And she longs for home. I, personally, as Chrissy, I definitely pain for Juliet. And if I do another run of this game, which I think it may happen, I will definitely delve deeper into her story. But for this run, not so much.
Jai continues to envelop herself in the variegation of her habitual masks, changing her colors at will like so many garments. But deep within her heart trembles a timid seedling the color of smoky lilies. It is grimy, burnt, and covered in ash. But it is genuine. Who knows? Perhaps one day Jai will allow it to grow and blossom. The fire of a rising sun illuminates Ulfar's face. A blaze so incandescent, it is painful to look at. But whenever the fire subsides, even for a second, at once an undercoat of dismal grayness and repulsive green haze envelops his shoulders. No one around him notices it, but I see.
I wonder.
The color colorful shards of stained glass have risen up and enveloped Magus Hanuman in a swirl of speculations. The silvery glint of metal no longer conceals his anxiety, nor does his scarlet robe conceal his doubts. Behind the cobalt steel of his thoughts, behind the cold, faded gray of his emotions, an ember, the color of amber, glows in Master Van Kalox's soul. So bright and warm, one is tempted to touch it. It is sad that the interrogator seeks to drown it with his own hands in the bottomless blue of duty. Sad indeed,
He always just
but I can relate.
He has a nice little warm heart there, and I've made it callous.
Idira's emotions are like a maelstrom, bright, unbridled, enveloping her form like a wondrous kaleidoscope of colors. And as dangerous as a twisting warp storm. The riot of colors hides the truth from my eyes. What exactly is driving this woman? Is it her own will, or is it the Immaterium, Lord Captain?
I must beg my leave.
I have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
So nothing about what we got then. Okay, let's go while we're here to see what Henrik has to say.
To what do I owe this visit?
Nothing really.
The cult's ordinary members are humans who have been corrupted by the archenemy, traitors to the Imperium, and accomplices of chaos. Participation in the cult's rituals always entails brainwashing, literally and figuratively. The longer cult members spend among other cultists, the less critically they think, and the more closely they resemble obedient livestock, stripped of their fear and instinct for self-preservation. The worst of them go to their deaths without an inkling of doubt, ready to take hundreds and thousands of souls with them. As for those at the top of the cult's hierarchy, we have not yet managed to get a lead on all of the cult's leaders. I imagine that some of them are hiding in the depths of the Coronis Expanse. But those who are orchestrating the fanatics on nearby worlds are hiding very well indeed. Or receiving protection from above.
What do you mean protection from above?
Governors, commanders, rogue traders. History is full of those who neglect their duty to the Golden Throne and seek allies in the wrong places.
You seem to have been investigating this cult for some time.
We discovered the first traces of it as soon as we arrived in the Coronis Expanse. Since then, the more we learn, the better we see just how far the roots of this blight extend. Destroying individual cells is pointless. We must cut this beast off at its head.
Oh, I agree.
As you wish.
Okay, he has nothing to say about the Inquisitor either. Ooh, Ulsa. Wait, step away.
Broke free the bold from captors grasping. Dark cities, feeble dungeons, eternally disgracing. Flows now this saga in the hall of glorious feasting, where all extol the wolf mighty, and the yet fatter cunning.
I love him. Dude, I think he is one of the best characters here.
I hope you're not going to put off the feast. Our escape demands a grand celebration.
What do you plan to do with your newly acquired freedom?
The pack of Thorbold Ironhide is now laying siege to Euphrates too. Even if my pack is not with him, he may know where they are hunting. I must meet with Thorbold and ask after my brothers.
Okay. Why do you call me a Yeet Baker?
This is the name given on Fenris to our pack father. a commander or captain. An Edfatter answers to a Jarl, the commander of a great company. Since you are the one who commands your crew, and I follow you at present, I am granting you the honored title of Edfatter.
Okay, that is an honor.
You, of course, are a maiden, not a father. But we have no word meeting maiden commander in our tongue, as all space wolves are men.
That's fair enough, that's fair enough. But I could never presume to give orders to one of the Emperor's angels. You should be in command.
It is true that I am capable of commanding you and your people. But as a warrior of the Allfather, it is too easy for me to forget the limits of ordinary people.
Why do you devour your enemies?
Why do you think?
Giant Space Marine grins, baring his teeth and inquires innocently. That was really... Ah, the answer seems clear to you. The bloodthirsty warrior has simply gone mad. Mad? Simply gone mad in Start that again, refresh. The answer seems clear to you. The bloodthirsty warrior has simply gone mad in captivity. Come to think of it, he was probably slightly deranged even before he was taken prisoner. I have some fairly grisly ideas.
What are you suggesting? Do you think that being a prisoner has corrupted me and sown within me a foul yearning
Oh dear,
for
that
flesh?
wasn't the right choice.
Do not provoke the wolf.
I won't provoke the wolf. I'm sorry. Here, have pets. I have pet. Pet.
Do you know of the implant called the omophagia? It is one of the blessings the Allfather granted to his Astartes. Nerve nodes that connect the stomach walls and the spinal cord allow me to absorb information from the genetic code of the flesh I consume.
Okay.
I have slain many Xenos and feasted on their flesh. My captors have watched me do it and taken glee in it, while I have been gathering information and planning my escape.
That fair enough. Okay. It was okay. Tell me about your brothers.
Not everyone is granted the right to ask such questions. But you, I shall allow it. What do you want to know about the Astartes from the glorious Fenris?
Who are the Space Wolves?
Vilka Fenrika. That is our name in the old tongue of our world. We are the fiercest of the All-Father's warriors. His executioners. His retribution. Our fearless Wolf King is Leman Russ, son of the All-Father. Our world is Fenris, and our home the Fang, which rises from the world's spine into orbit. We are the thunder in the bloody storm of battle that calls to us. That is who we are.
Glory to the Wolves of Fenris. Smiling in satisfaction, the wolf graces you with a magnanimous nod.
But there is more to our spirit than grim destruction alone. In the Hall of Heroes, we hold feasts the likes of which you will see nowhere else. To thundering laughter, we raise our horns, tell our sagas, and honor our glorious fallen. Though the body of an Astartes is built to be immune to the effects of drink, we invented a way around this taboo.
Not
The
surprised.
blood we brew can overcome even our blood. It makes us drunk and makes our feasts jovial occasions. Mjod. You can brew it nowhere else but on good old Fenris. No other world is home to such poisonous plants.
Trust the Space Wolves to actually find a way to get drunk. Fenris, what is it like?
Fenris is home. A harsh harsh land of harsh winters and harsh people. When comes the Hellwinter, a fearsome season of frosts, the merciless world sea freezes, and great white bears, snow wyrms, and ice trolls go on the hunt. Then, the murderous frost retreats, and boats of harpooners sail out to ply their craft, capturing sea snakes and krakens. And then comes the season of fire. Volcanoes awaken. Waves wash over whole islands, and only the land of Asaheim offers salvation to those whose blood and grit win them the right to live upon it. Clan fights clan. Crows circle over battlefields, and wolfhowls rise up to the sky. That is my beloved home. There is no place in the universe like it.
Sounds actually probably one of the nicest places in the whole of the Warhammer universe.
Tell me, Edfator, what is the most fearsome foe on Fenris?
Oh gosh. I didn't know I was going to get a pop quiz. Fenris is known as Death World for a good reason. There must be dozens of lethal creatures that inhabit the planet, but which is the more fearsome than all the rest? The wolves.
One cannot speak of Fenris without mentioning its wolves. Wolves are fearsome, but there are no more fearsome wolves than us. The curse of the Wolfen is the most fearsome and most terrible foe on Fenris. In the heart of every brother, there lives a dark beast, bloody and forever ravenous. He hungers to kill, not for glory or duty, or his battle brothers, but solely for the sake of killing. For he who falls to that dark beast, there is no joy or thrill in slaughter. There is but dull rancor.
In icons I have seen, the Astartes look much less wild.
Our gene seed is unique. Lehman Ross blessed us with the Canis Helix, a genetic gift that heightens our senses, making them sharper than those of brothers from other chapters. The Canis Helix kindles a bloodthirst in our hearts and changes our appearance to resemble the lethal wolves of Fenris.
For Space Marine chapter, you are far from orthodox.
The wolves do not take orders from outsiders. We keep the old ways, not the Codex Astartes. We fight in packs, and we are trained and healed by our wise rune and wolf priests. We do not find honor in adorning ourselves in laurels, but instead etch the full names of our fallen kin as a promise of vengeance, and draw strength from that promise.
What do you believe in?
We believe in the great wolves, in the deadly Blackmane and fierce Drakan the Thunderwolf, in redoubtable Hagar the Mountain Wolf, and in the Blooded Hunter, in the wolf that stalks between stars, who follows us wherever we may go, and in the uncanny two-headed Mordkai, guard of the realm of the dead. Only the great wolves show us their favor. The others are more malign, but each teaches us a lesson. For that, we praise and honor them.
Does that mean you do not believe in the immortal emperor of humanity as God?
The All-Father is not a god. He is the best of all humans, our perfect forebear. His blood flowed through the veins of Lehman Ross, and Ross's blood flows in me. Does that make me a god? My respect for him has no end, and I am ready to die for him. But what place does faith have here? Is the All-Father like the massive Iron Wolf? whose every tuft of fur forms a mountain on the surface of Fenris.
So, from what I understand about the Lord God Emperor, is that before he became kind of in his current state, is that he never wanted to be worshipped as a god. I think his now correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I am still very new to Warhammer lore and such, but wasn't it that he didn't? He was like he took the fight to the gods, the chaos gods, and such, and that's why I might be wrong. If I am wrong, correct me. I'm here to learn. So, in my understanding, the space wolves seem to kind of have this understanding.
Or is he as enormous as the sun wolf, which rises to hunt every morning and fills our world with light? The All-Father is not a god, but the highest of humanity. Ordinary humans struggle to grasp this. But we, his warriors and offspring, remember the truth.
See, now with my understanding, I also believe that the Emperor is a man and not a god.
It makes his deeds all the more glorious. Battling gods is child's play when you yourself are a god. But if you are a man... now, that is the stuff that sagas are made of.
What else do your wise priests do?
Lacan the Ruined Wolf once shared the mysteries of the healing potions and the secrets of magic sagas. He taught them to see the past and future in throne runes, to call down storms, and to carve powerful talismans.
Sense not the slightest power emanating from the charms Ulfgar is wearing. Ulfgar. Apparently, I am terrible with warp-lore. You spoke of full names that give you strength. What is your name in that case? I feel this is rude to ask, but we're going to ask anyway.
Ulfar Redmane. That is what my brothers call me.
The primitive culture of Fenris could have well bestowed such a simple and banal name upon Ulfar. There's nothing to wonder at all at here. All you feel is pity for the Space Wolf. Wait, I find it a great name. I understand.
Do you? And there I was, about to round off my story with a short 400-verse saga about the gifts of Lacan the Ruined Wolf.
Okay, my curiosity has been satisfied.
Should what I told you reach other ears, I shall take your tongue.
Okay, I must take my leave.
Fenris Hjolda, et fatter.
Fair enough. So, yeah, okay. Off into the expanse we go. Well, that's not how we do it, though. Oh, dear me. Ulfar's great. He truly is actually probably my favorite character when out and about. So, let us go here. There's visits to see if we can do any upgrades and if we need to actually be here for any Foulstone stuff. There's no events needed. The privilege of becoming Foulstone's patron is a tempting prospect for many. However, the rogue trader assistants, the Order of the Hammer, will retain ultimate authority over the world. Okay. Selling the forgiveness can be a significant source of revenue. Cemetery of the Faithful. Foundation of an honorary cemetery for the repose of the dynasty's best servants recreates a new tradition in the Protectorate. Amongst them and a great work, thousands of faithful with skin entirely covered in scars in the form of lines from scripture about Saint Cognatus. Thousands of believers are flocking to Foulstone in hope of serving the Emperor. The energy can be directed towards the colonization and conquest of new worlds as commanded by Saint Drusus. The construction of pilgrims' arcs will require enormous resources, but wealth is nothing to the true believer. Get Curse of Sin. Charge ability deals additional damage equal to the wearer's WP bonus against demons and Xenos. Get +3 to our profit factor. Shrine. Ooh. Shrine worlds are treasures of the Imperium, spiritual gems shining in the darkness. For Foulstone to become a shrine world will require an ocean's worth of thrones and bribes to greedy ecclesiarchy officials, as well as mountains of extremely rare materials to erect cathedrals worthy of status. However, succeeding will give House von Valance prestige and Order of the Hammer's eternal gratitude. That seems like the better option here. Right, so it blocks that one, blocks Project Crusade. Profit factor. I kind of think we might go for this one. Let's do this. By showing illusions to the masses, it is possible to gain a lot of attention and attract pilgrims. With warp current tangled, refugees lose their way and perish in terror. The rogue trader can send out pious patrols to help those in distress and light warp beacons. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Crucible. After a millennia of lying under the monastery, St. Cognatus' Titanic machine will soon be launched. It will take resources to awaken the relic, but doing so will bring glory to the von Valancius name. Grants +10 damage for 2 turns and +20 temporary wounds from character who uses their origin ability. An ancient and monumental organization powered to shatter star system destroys. See, I really think it might be a good idea to... Yeah, I think we'll go light. Yeah, we'll do that one. Okay, I think that's everything here. Wait a minute. Oh, we can do more? I don't want... So wait, I can do the Lightbringers and I could do Crucible? Okay. Holy Defenders. The monastery damaged by the Crucible will be rebuilt. While the cathedral is being erected from the ruins, noble monks will scour the archives for any evidence of familial connection between St. Cognatus and the von Valancius dynasty. Orbital shipyard. Following project must be completed. And we need adamantine for that. Okay. Puts the profit factor up quite high. Okay, we'll come back to this one, since we are low on everything. Since we are quite low on everything, we'll come back to that one. Gosh, we spent quite a long time now chatting with people. It was good to get chats out the way and such. So where are we? We're heading over here. Well, we might as well go and do all this. Oh. Well, this straight in? Oh dear. What's happening on Janus? Why did we get a loading screen? I don't know. Oh, I am dying of anticipation right now. Why? Why are we under a loading screen? Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Oh, Cassia. Tanya von Schach, how wonderful it is that I found you here. Uncontrollable anxiety washes over your body, causing you to lose your breath. Cassia notices this, closes her eyes, and you are released from the grip of emotions that are not your own. Please forgive me. My powers are sometimes too insistent in their attempts to break free from my control. Would you kindly... You have made great strides in learning how to keep them at bay. I command your perseverance. I came to deliver good tidings. I have spoken with the House Navigators for the Atlas. Of late, I can feel with increasing clarity how our connection is growing stronger. Despite dissident in its midst, House Celio has been able to keep a precarious equilibrium, thanks in part to your unexpected arrival in Uruk 5 and the resolution of the conflict of the Dargonas reception. Not all our Celios concur with your decision, but none can deny the impact that you and no one else have had on the house's present state of affairs. What are you doing, Miss Cat? Let me deal with the cat. Cassie nods gratefully, lowering her gaze, and clasps her hands together. There is more I wish to tell you. It is about the visions that I have come to experience at an increasing rate during warp jumps. The same visions come to me again and again and again. It is as if I'm going mad. For you see, these visions are not about me, the Atlas, or Tisphone Celio, the house's previous innovator. I have seen Tisphonia's experiments, the one that involved the navigators from the Cephala branch, which was rumored to have destroyed for disobedience. But the visions told me an altogether different story. One where the Cephalians helped Tisphone create the Atlas, and they vanished immediately after the experiments were done with. Perhaps I can... No. I know I can find a way to the Palace of the Atlas if I recreate Tissaphone's journey from my visions. A real palace. Not the psychophysical illusion to which your Celio navigators can reach out. I've always had a feeling that it truly exists in our world. Now, however, I know it with absolute certainty. I have been informed that House Celio will soon convene its Grand Council. Would it not be better to wait for it to be finished first? We'll get to record with no interruptions. It's fine. I've been informed that the House of Celio will soon convene its Grand Council. Would it not be better to wait for it to finish first? I cannot shake a certain foreboding about the upcoming meeting in the incorporeal palace of the Atlas. Troubling mirages have plagued my mind for many nights now, voices calling and cursing my name. And the more I use the Atlas, the clearer the visions become, and the louder the voices grow. And the further my powers wane. I am certain that all of the house is experiencing the same. All of us are connected. I can sense my family's fear. House Celio is doomed to perish in darkness should I fail to discover the reason why the Atlas is weakening. And for that reason, I believe it is hidden somewhere in my visions of Tisphone. What makes you so sure that you will find a way to the physical manifestation of the Atlas? I saw Tisphone experience an epiphany in a dream, just like my visions came to me on our travels through the warp. She beheld a planet hidden behind roiling warp storms. The world promised her great power, so Tisphone gathered the Cephalias, her most devout followers, to go on a suicidal journey throughout the Tempest. I know not the details of what happened on that planet, but it was there that the Cephalias sacrificed themselves for an experiment of some kind, and it was there that House Celio obtained its Starway Atlas. For the first time ever, I have an opportunity to find answers to questions my mentors so deftly avoided. Why did Tisphone choose me? What is the Atlas? Is it true that her Celio's past is drenched in blood? Please, Titania von Schach, do not snap this tautly drawn string of destiny, my destiny. Journey with me, Tissaphone's wake, to the distant stars. shall help you, Lady Cassia. Cassie breathes a sigh of relief, but the look in her ruby eyes quickly darkens again. The house is still watching me, both the renegades and the loyalists. I doubt that any of them will agree even to a brief armistice for the sake of learning the truth about Atlas's origins. And I do not wish to see House Cecilius lose one more life to another practical skirmish. No, I shall go after the answers about our past on my own. And then it is best that we go alone. Cassie's shoulders relax a little. Thank you for understanding, Road Trader. And now permit me to take my leave. I must start preparing for the journey, and for what I have been able to glean, we must first travel to... Her ruby red eyes widen in astonishment. The Arcelia prophecy system? Odd that... Could it be that the historical records are lying, and Kaelin Arcelia was not whom the star system is named after? Oh, either way, that was the system from which Tisphonia embarked on her journey, and we are going to follow in her long-forgotten footsteps. Okay. Long-forgotten footsteps, here we come. Wait, are these now mine? Wait, is that Malice? Stuff's corpse has slipped bizarre enemies that was once in so... Wait, did I do that? Where are we heading? It's Darkonus. Atlas Reach. Hold a war council. That's... yeah. I'm trying to find where... Right. Did! But apparently I didn't do it. Okay, we didn't do that. We should actually talk to Nomos again, shouldn't we? So, we're looking for Smargandus Mundos. Smargandus Mundos. There it is. Okay, now I've figured it out. Let's go talk to Jay. Because clearly I've missed something with Jay. I've missed a trick with Jay. So we'll quickly do that, and then... I know this whole video's been about talking and such. I'm sorry. Have we done any fighting? I don't know.
Allow me to thank you again for helping me with the cargo, Sherin. I am sure the Ashmags who squirreled away my goods won't give up so easily, and I'll hear more about their scheming yet. Let's strike a deal, Sherin. I will watch your back if you do me a favor and watch mine. Well, enough jokes. Is there something you wanted? Oh, Sherin, I did manage to spark your interest. Allow me to invite you to a more private place. My words are meant for your ears alone.
Okay. Don't tell me she invited me to my own freaking chambers. She did. The flickering light of dozens of candles play across Jay's face, making her small smile appear even more mysterious. Shireen, the exalted one himself, brought us together the day you crossed Vladame's threshold. He led us to the cargo and gave his blessing for its return. You know what people on my world say when such a thing happens? What's gained is to be shared with your neighbor. She points at the containers in front of her. One contains a polished Adari rifle, a rare model, and the other holds an ornament sword. I am sharing what I have gained with you. Please accept these humble gifts in honor of our wildly successful, though suddenly struck partnership. Yo, they're not actually terrible weapons. A truly wonderful gift. I accept it with gratitude. Now, I knew you would appreciate the Xenos' mastery of their craft. Jay beams at you, curling a lock of black hair around an augmented finger. After a brief pause, she awkwardly continues. So, the matter I wanted to discuss with you is related to my business. You know that I sell Xenos artifacts to interested Imperial subjects and Imperial trinkets to Xenos. Business is going well, my network runs even without my participation, but when it comes to expansion, well, that is where I hit a wall. Rivals envious of my success. Jay throws up her hands. Valko especially. I am certain the theft of the cargo was his doing, but I never predict what that Ashmag will do next. And while the Imperium's authority may be fragmented in the expanse, it could crack down on people of my profession at any moment. I think I follow. You wish to use me. Exalted one, for Fens. Could such a lowly servant of the Emperor use the radiant bearer of the warrant like some kind of tool? The other way around, however. If the rogue trader put in a good word for me with the servants of the Adeptus Administratum, I could become an official trade representative of the Imperium. Just imagine it. A little scrap of paper will offer me and my agents protection against Ashmag's schemes, far better than any fractor field. And even the Inquisition will have to think twice before they mess with me, because I'll be a representative of the law in my own right. And the best part of it all, that it will cost you precisely nothing, Shireen. All you have to do is stop by the Administratum Palace and obtain a certificate from the Master of Seals. My informants tell me that the palace is located on Dargonus, your capital world. You see how everything has aligned so wonderfully, and, of course, I will repay you in kind. How do I benefit from your gaining official status? Besides being in receipt of the eternal gratitude, Shireen? Jay playfully raises her brow. Would it be beneficial to have someone in your retinue with the weight of authority behind them, rather than just another pawn? One slip of paper and I will be able to extend my network to systems far beyond footfall. My agents will be your eyes and ears throughout the expanse. Sounds like simple enough. I will help you. Exalted one, bless you, Shireen. I couldn't find a better business partner in all the expanse. Jay ponders for a moment and then graces you with a dazzling smile. Friendship is a gift from the Exalted One, and we must cherish it. And you will have no complaints about our friendship, Shireen. I may not be a trade representative of the Imperium just yet, but I can still help you with whatever you need. You must have some faction in mind that you would like to establish relations with. The severe Drusurians, the hot-headed pirates of the Casablanca. You merely need to use the right words. like a key for a lock, and the people will open their hearts to you, or their wallets. I will arrange everything. You merely have to ask. Cooperation from the Casballica. Not a problem, Shreen. I will have my people put in a good word for you in the right circles. I will humbly wait until you steer your vessel towards Dargonis, the Mercantum Tabula Officica. It sounds almost as majestic as the warrant of trade. Okay. That was what we spoke to her about? Somehow feel slightly used.